What if you could take something as simple as heat and turn it into a powerful tool for your health and, yeah, even your longevity? Well, you can. So today, we're going to unpack the science and give you the exact playbook to make it happen. Let's just start with a number, 50%. So what is that? That's how much you could potentially slash your risk of dying from a cardiovascular event. How? Just by using a sauna frequently. We're talking 4 to 7 times a week. 50%. I mean, that's not just a small improvement. That is an absolute game changer. But look, this is about so much more than just relaxing or sweating it out. We're talking about using heat as a deliberate shock to the system, a controlled stressor that actually forces your body to turn on its deep biological repair programs. This is using heat as a serious longevity tool. Yeah, that's the goal. When you really understand what's happening inside your body and you apply the right protocols, you can use heat to literally push back against the clock. The potential here is just massive, and the science behind it, it's absolutely incredible. So how on earth does it work, right? How can sitting in a hot box trigger all of these amazing benefits? Well, let's pop the hood and meet the incredible repair crew that's already inside your body, just waiting to be activated. Okay, so it all starts with your body's thermostat. You've got your skin temperature, your shell, and then you have your deep internal core temperature. When the sauna heats up your skin, a signal zips right to your brain's master controller, a little spot called the preoptic area or POA. Now, its first job is obvious, cool you down. That's why you start sweating. But the critical thing it does is recognize this heat as a major stressor. It sounds an internal alarm that says, hey, we are under serious pressure here. And believe it or not, that alarm is exactly what we want. That alarm calls in the first responders, heat shock proteins, or HSPs. And the slide says it perfectly. Think of them as your protein's personal bodyguards. See, intense heat can cause the proteins all over your body to get messed up, to misfold and lose their shape, which is a really big problem. But HSPs, they rush in, they find these damaged proteins, and they literally refold them back into their proper working forms. They are a literal rescue crew for your cells. And then there's this master gene called FOXO3. When heat exposure flips its switch, FOXO3 goes on this amazing cleanup mission. It helps repair damaged DNA, and it clears out what are called senescent cells. You can think of them as zombie cells. They're these old, broken-down cells that just hang around causing inflammation and speeding up the aging process. FOXO3 takes out the trash. And if you're wondering just how important FOXO3 is, get this. People who are lucky enough to be born with a naturally hyperactive version of this gene are 2.7 times more likely to live to be 100 years old. So what does that mean for you? It means that with deliberate heat exposure, you can actively turn on a genetic pathway that gives some people a massive head start on longevity right from birth. Okay, so we know about these amazing biological mechanisms, HSPs and FOXO3. The billion-dollar question is, how do we activate them on purpose? This is where we shift from the science to the strategy. We're going to look at 2 very different research-backed protocols, and each one is designed for a very specific and very powerful outcome. And this is where it gets so cool. It's this fascinating paradox. For our first protocol, we're going to use an acute, short-term stressor, that's the intense heat, to actually lower your levels of chronic, long-term stress, specifically the hormone cortisol. It's just a beautiful example of how a controlled, deliberate challenge makes your whole system stronger and more resilient. So here they are, the 2 approaches, side by side. On the left, for that cortisol reduction, notice the temperature is higher, up around 90 degrees Celsius, but the sessions are shorter, 4 quick 12-minute bursts. You can do this whenever you feel you need it. Now look at the right for boosting growth hormone. The parameters are totally different. The temperature is actually lower, around 80 Celsius, but the duration is much, much longer. 4 30-minute sessions, all in a single day. And check out the frequency. This is a major shock to the system, so you can only do it every so often. So why be so strict about the frequency for that growth hormone protocol? Why only once a week or every 10 days? Because the result is just astronomical. This very specific shock protocol can trigger up to a 16-fold increase in growth hormone. That's huge for repairing tissues and boosting your metabolism. But, and this is a really big but, if you do it too often, your body adapts and you completely lose the effect. That massive surge just vanishes. So to get that incredible benefit, you have to be strategic about it. Okay, we've gone through the deep science and a couple of really specific advanced protocols.
Now, let's zoom out and put it all together into a simple, practical blueprint that you can use for your general health and longevity goals.
This is your go-to checklist. First, temperature. The sweet spot is generally between 80 and 100 degrees Celsius, that's about 176 to 212 Fahrenheit. For duration, you're aiming for 5 to 20 minutes per session. You don't need to be a hero. Frequency. Now, to get that amazing 50% drop in cardiovascular risk, the science points to 4 to 7 times a week. Next, hydration. This is completely non-negotiable. A good rule of thumb is to drink about 16 ounces of water for every 10 minutes you're in the heat. And finally, a little pro tip on timing. Try using the sauna in the afternoon or evening. The heat brings your core body temperature up, and as it drops back down afterwards, that's a powerful natural signal to your brain that it's time to sleep.
So the big idea here, the main takeaway, is that deliberate, controlled stress is not something you should always avoid. In fact, it's a key mechanism for growth and resilience. Heat is one of the most powerful and accessible ways to apply this principle, to force your body to adapt and become fundamentally stronger. So the question I'll leave you with is this. Heat is one amazing tool. What's another one? What other intentional challenges could you introduce to your life to forge a stronger, more resilient you?